Tuami, it's very difficult. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but when you get into a task, you sit down your family and make them understand that when you take an oath of making a difference out there, this is what it means. Have long hours. They're not gonna see you sometimes for amalam, so strategy. Because amanyama case they really send you out there. We once had a case, a missing person, as far as Etembisa, much as we are Soweto based. So we had to go investigate that case, and it took us a whole month. But the success story from there is we ended up finding the girl. Yeah, no, ngizalelwe eMidlands Ndofaya. Ngikhulele khona, bred and raised. Ayikasibeli mnandi awuthami. Ikasibeli mnandi mongakhumbula back in the days besidlala ngeyitina, udrive estradeni, diski, yabo. Sidlalisana, yabona kunomama, kunobaba. Sibancane silibele kunjalo, but crime was not this bad. IOPS is basically an organization and started as an NPO. If you remember, back in 2022, there was a shootout, the Nomzamo shootout that happened in Orlando on the 9th of June. We decided to come together with a huge concern as ukuthi man asihlangane sibone because of most of us siyazana in terms of who owns what resources, who's former what, and all of those things. So we decided to make a few phone calls around Amajita as a Soweto and have a meeting and try to do something about the level of crime that was happening back then. So there was a model before us, I think a month or two, just before Tina. We saw a structure that was almost the same as this one in East Rand from our other colleagues. 2022, the day after the shooting, we decided to form IOPS. We named it IOPS. That was the inception until date. The same reason why you find the security business thriving so much. In that sector, it can never be enough ukuthi will rely just on state resources, meaning amaphoyisa, because of I listen to a lot of people saying amaphoyisa awayenzi umsebenzi wabo. No, resources are the main issue. You understand that there's too much crime happening. There's so many vehicles per station. They cannot respond to everything at once. So we decided, let's just sit down and help out our law enforcement, particularly to say SAPS, because these are the people that we approach from inception that we just an NPOs Ngamajita. Can we try and help? And they said, no, any help is welcome. Then we pursued that avenue, registered the NPO, and we've been helping ever since. We've got Amajita Ashai CPO professionally. We've got ex-military, and we've got ex-police. Understand? So we specifically identified one another based on our strength and said, how about we come together and try to push this narrative of forming this unit that will be formidable and be able to help when it comes to crime. So yeah, that's basically it. Professionally, everybody is something in their own space. Because of our intervention unit, on the inception of the NPO side of things as IOPS, due to the demand, we really had to put heads together, and register a security side of things from this whole thing because of, as I'm telling you, we need resources. And from inception of IOPS, we've been using everything that is ours. Hence, we take donations when the time is right. So we don't choose cases that we attend to due to the demand. It's a demand and supply issue. Now, mostly domestic violence, we would attend if there and there we are there, but it's not something that will follow up. We want serious contact crimes where there's hijackings, where there's shootings, where there's serious criminals. We pursue such cases because of we are well prepared for such things. So we try to help with domestic ones and GBV ones, but because of we have a relationship with the South African Police Services, we recommend if there's an arrest to be made, we do that, but we pass it on to the South African Police Services. The first challenge is from a financial perspective of things, because of now. It's not every day that you do such a thing and you'll get a generous donor and say, we will donate, and then you guys are doing a good cause. So it is still coming from our pocket. We do it from our own good hearts. We trying to make a difference and not expecting anything in return. Part of why we wanted to open the security side of things is to try and get a job for Amajita so that we sustain this operation and this entity that we have, IOPS. So those are the challenges. And other challenges are, in everything that you do in this industry, you have to follow protocols. And now, when you follow protocols, it's not everybody that will like what you are doing. And what happens in most cases is people will always try to bring you down. I'm risky. It's the risk we have to take at the end of the day, because we're trying to make a difference and we understand what we got ourselves into. So we face serious matters. I can't go much into details, but like I said, we go for serious crimes. So uzotufika wena uthi uyonceda ukuhlangana nenhlamvu iphambana nawe, you understand? So you pray about it and understand why you are doing this. You pray and uthi uNkulunkulu abe nawe, because the risk factor is there. It is definitely there. This is not a joke. Mhlawumbe omunye umuntu uzocabanga ukuthi siyaya ngoba akudlalwa akufuneka amadoda le. Because every day we wear our uniform, we go out there, yimpi out there, you understand? But you get used to it. We are more than prepared. I'm a success story, bro. Maningi. I can from the top of my head, singahlala la siphume kusasa from here. Maningi, you understand? But the most memorable one that is my favorite is one day sibophe ezinye intwana for ama-crime nyana ama-drugs, but it was nothing serious, yabo. Sitholele out siyoyibhukha estation. Ivane enye intwana bephethe ithwa igana, yabo. Sifike sibhukhe le ntwana siyibhukhe. Hayi lo wenzeni? Hayi minor crime. No, it's fine. Miyekeleni. But while benza riding, somebody from, I think it was Orlando subs, ne? Kuleso station. That number, asibathatheni blood samples. We need their DNA because they can be linked to other crimes. It's fine. He let go of this guy. No, a toy guy was a minor. Bamiyekele na. Siphumile lapha. 5-6 months down the line, bayasifonela. Madoda kunjani? Le ndoda la ithola le sayidedela kwenze njani ngayo thina awukasazi. We literally had to make an operation. Sihambe siyofuna that guy because of that guy was linked to a number of rape cases and he's been on the run ever since. Remember, when these things happen, you leave your DNA, your semen there. So that's how the case was linked. And till this day, this guy is in court and it's not looking good for him. One thing that's an advantage to us is we have people that were in the military, ex-police. We try to guide each other in terms of what not to do. And if something is wrong, we call it out. We don't choose who you are. Even if you are current law enforcement officer, we will tell you that is not how things are done, and we call you to order. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to dwell into the corruption that's out there, that means that we are not making a difference. It's just a bunch of hooligans and criminals that are doing it under the badge. We cannot allow that. So we try to, as much as possible, try to be honest and make sure that we don't step out of boundaries. Hence, we've been safe. So we've been actually fortunate this far because we have not even lost one member till this date. So God has been with us because of we do pray every time we go out there and try to do the right thing. Hey, so far yazi sinenhlanhla yokuthi umphakathi sees us as one of them. So it works not to be on the other side as well because of we come, yes, they call us men in black, men in masks, but they know that we fight for them. So every time we get there, angazi kuvele kuvuleke or angazi basabane kodwa bavele basivumele ukuthi ningangena lithathwe umuntu onimfunayo or like the other day in New Canada, there were protests, indlela zivaliwe, and we had to sihambe siyobheka something inside. Mangithi bheka something, there were people that were trapped in there. Bebayolungisa or something like that. Kwashiswa kwavala. Thina safika basivulela sangena, basala bavala, masiphuma bavula futhi saziphumela sabuyela stations inkinga bekuphi. It's that fortunate thing that we've introduced ourselves kahle emphakathini ukuthi we are your servants. We are not against you. We are here to help. So they understand the mandate that has been laid upon us and that we are not there to be against them. We help in as much as we can. But I mean, it's very difficult. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but when you get into a task, you sit down your family and make them understand that when you take an oath of making a difference out there, this is what it means. You have long hours. They're not gonna see you sometimes for amalanga usestrateni, because amanyama case they really send you out there. We once had a case, a missing person, as far as Tembisa, much as we are Soweto based. So we had to go investigate that case, and it took us a whole month. But the success story from there is we ended up finding the girl in Broncos Parade. But if it wasn't for her intervention, it was not going to happen. Because we had to drive to Northwest, come back, put the pieces together, interview people on a daily basis. So we are committed to working those long hours, and much as some of the family members don't understand, but they've warmed up to it, and they see you pray every time you take your bulletproof and say, I'm going to make a difference. That's the support you need, because without that support, it will be difficult. The fortunate part is, having been registered with the regulatory board of the security cluster, which is SIRA, personally and with IOPS, is you get opportunities out there. So it somehow helps, because along the way we do get one or two things that will try to sustain us personally, so that we put something on the table, though it is not what we wish for in terms of capacity of what comes in as income, but it's okay. And we thank God for the understanding of family and all of that. Sinayo I contact yethu butwam, you will call us on our hotline, which is 073 317 3170. 073 317 3170. We have a team that's always ready to take your call, and we'll respond as soon as we can. Siyatholakala ku WhatsApp, the same number, you can use it for WhatsApp. Kuma socials, siyatholakala. We've got a Facebook page, we've got a Twitter page. Hence, if you go on our Facebook page or Twitter page, you will get our success stories from there. I don't have to tell you, just go there and you'll know what we're about. We have divisions in our team. There's what we call the investigating part. There's what we call the not operations, But before we operate, the case needs to be investigated. Then it will be passed on to the operation side. Then from the operation team, they will send out communication to the whole team that we need to go work and as a case that's urgent and as per location and the agency it requires. Yes, ekasi, mainly if we could have abantu taking care of spaces up. And I'm saying this due to people think that there's still a Messiah that's out there that will save them. I encourage everyone to start protecting their spaces. Go for lessons, apply for firearms, because at the end of the day, you'll be the first responder at any crime scene. Then we will come second because we are not everywhere. Whatever happens in your house, even if I can come 2 minutes later, it might be 2 minutes later too late. So people should try at all means to go for defense classes and always have help at the touch of a button. Yes, we are there, but it would be nice to have a success that they're still around here. I chased them away. I managed to do ABC. It would actually help more on contact crimes, especially in households. So people must always be aware of their surroundings, because these things, when they happen, in most cases, the signs were there, you were not paying attention. There's someone that has been looking at you, but you are not paying attention. There's someone that you don't know around your area that has been, scouting which houses which, because you cannot just ngiphume Soweto ngiye Alexander ngikhethe nje ngingene nje sebenza kanjani. You always know what the surroundings of where you are. So pay attention to such, and when you see it, don't approach the person because it might be too dangerous. Try to report it to people like us. We'll come and try and assist, investigate, and follow up, or call the police. It would help, or have those lessons ready that I just spoke about, so that when it happens, you know how to prevent and be on a safer side.